According to a court summons filed this past week, Rudy Giuliani is being sued by a former kind of staffer, I guess you would call her, / former client, a woman by the name of Noel Dfi. And this is a particularly interesting story because in the filing, she doesn't just say that Rudy Giuliani sexually harassed her, then fired her after that, told her to never speak of their connection to each other ever again, but she also alleges, well, let me just read it. This is from the Daily Beast. In the summons, Dunphy states that she was retained for, quote, business development work and other work by Giuliani and his companies in January of 2019. During that time, the 43-year-old alleges Giuliani made frequent racist and anti-Semitic remarks during, quote, confused and hostile alcohol-laced tirades. She noted that Giuliani's abuse of alcohol was fueled by his divorce and mounting political and legal controversies. Dunphy also alleges that Giuliani sexually harassed her and demanded sexual favors until she was fired without substantial compensation in 2021. Giuliani allegedly demanded that Dunphy say nothing about her association with him. Now, she is seeking $3.1 million in compensatory damages. Giuliani, through his legal team, of course, has denied all of this, says that the woman was never working for Rudy Giuliani. However, Dunphy does state that she was basically hired, if you will, as an off-the-books employee. So she was getting paid under the table. Officially on paperwork, she was not an employee, according to her. And, of course, Giuliani's legal team says she was never an employee. So that's going to be a problem for Dunphy in this lawsuit. In fact, most of what she is saying here is going to be very difficult for her to prove in court. Now, I'm not taking any side in this. Obviously, it's all alleged. But from a legal standpoint, I don't think Giuliani gets held, responsible for this. Just looking at what we know from the facts, again, the Daily Beast put out a massive story about this. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything that Dunphy, even if it did happen, would be able to actually prove in court. And to be honest, that is one of the biggest problems we have with sexual harassment lawsuits in the United States. In order to successfully sue or prosecute anybody for these things, you have to have concrete evidence. You either have to have the witnesses who were there and saw it, you have to have it on videotape, you have to have photographs, you have to have something to prove that the individual did it. Otherwise, it's your word against theirs. Now, Dunphy does say, and for the record, she's actually representing herself in this matter, she does say that she has evidence that she will release at trial. So if she does have this concrete evidence that can back up her claims, then yes, she has a very good chance of winning this. But it's going to depend on what this evidence is. So it's an uphill battle. If it happened, I hope that she gets, compensated for this. If it didn't, Rudy Giuliani should, of course, not have to face any problems. Again, it's just a very difficult situation. You want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the court system doesn't operate that way. The court system will need hard evidence. She says she has it. We'll have to wait and see. Honestly, we'll have to wait and see if this thing even does end up going to trial. Giuliani may just try to get this thing dismissed. He may have good, chances of being successful with that. So the evidence that she says she has that would be released in trial, she may have to release it before trial in order to even get to trial. So this is one to just pay attention to. Again, this was filed on Wednesday of this past week. Keep an eye on it. We'll update, I guess, as it goes on. But again, sexual harassment claims are very hard to prove in court if you do not have the evidence. So we'll have to wait and see what she has that the court could look at and say, yep, that's good enough. We're going to go from there.
Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed
to fair and balanced yet, so please don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.